Hello everyone. This is a little video from myself, Jaytez, talking about Dragon Industries and what it's like to play on the server. Just to show you what you can do and what it's like. So this is my base. It's the second or third base I've made, and I'll take you for a look round. So this server is quite hit hard on the mobs. The mobs are set to hard, so they really do hurt you. So you have to really make sure you don't get hurt. So I had to, when I'm making this door here, I made sure that no one could get in. So the ground floor on this base is my power. So I've got my turbine here, my power storage there, and there's my reactor. That's this floor. Next floor up, this is my main factory area. This is where all the good stuff happens. So as you can see, I've got the tinkers here. I've got all my Ender IO and all the other machines that I've got there. There's a bit of extreme engineer, immersive engineering. Yeah, immersive engineering. There's more of it. There's my storage. There's two types of storage here, so I've joined that onto that. And there's my production for ores. Let's see what's in there. Not much in there at the moment. So I put my ores in here, and they come out as ingots in this end. So that's that. Let's go upstairs. So I get onto the roof. Pardon me, sorry about that. And these are my spawners, so I turn this spawner on. Oh my goodness, loud. As a ghast. And they're loud as well. There you go. And my doggy, hello dog. This is my XP storage. It's quite a lot. And up here is where I set off. If I put four of them in there. I'm not going to need any of this, thinking of it. Don't need that much. Some of you might already guess what I'm about to do. So this is my weather farm. It's just a basic weather farm. Oh, I need to turn this on. My weather comes down and this factory here kills them. Except for he's not where he should be. Let's sort this out. I made a bit of a boo-boo. As you see, I messed up. Anyway, that's not supposed to happen like that. So I have to turn this on to kill it. So let's do it again. And this time it's going to work properly. So let's get another 2 of these. 1, 2. 2 heads. And now you get to see it properly. And watch this. It goes down there and he will die. So, see, that's the way it should be. Right, so, let's have a look at this building. If you look at this building, it's a large power station. Pretty cool. In the stacks, because I never actually use them as what they should be, I actually made them into little biomes, so there's polar bears in there. Oh, so cute. Till they eat you. And in this one, there is parrots and ocelots, I think. Or is it just ocelots? There's my pussycats, there they are, look. Meow meow. Let's go and have a look, see what else we got then. So this is my base, and once I built this I thought, well, let's expand out and let's make a village. And on the way to the village you've got my mushroom farm. So I converted this whole island into a mushroom. It's pretty cool. There's my trampoline. Whee! Boing, boing. That's pretty cool. So then I built this house. So this is like my mansion. It's quite a big house. I'm not going to take you in there because it's mostly empty rooms. And some stuff was built inside there. So then you come to this building, which is the blacksmith. This is a proper blacksmith I built. So you got all the kind of office room, the furnace, coke ovens, a smeltery. So there's all the controls, so you put all the stuff in there. Little door, you put in there, it goes in through there, blah 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 blah, and comes out here. So there's nothing in it, it's all been emptied by my friends. So that's the blacksmith. It's quite deep. The actual smeltery goes right under the ground so that I could get full capacity. I even got my creosote here. And then I built a windmill. Oh, hello. Windmill's quite cool because look, there's travel. You can travel. Portal room. Yay. So we got portal rooms here, see that? The underwater base by my friend Peter. As long as it's still here, so I'm gonna get flooded if it's not. Yay. This is a cool base under the water. Anyway, let's get back. You don't have your permissions, how do I get out then? There, cool. Let me out. So yeah, there's the pipework. Goes through, down past the moon, straight under there, and all the way to the underground base. There's the underground base there. It's pretty cool, it's a bit like an igloo, isn't it? So then I started working with Zenithia, some of you guys might know her. She's cool. So we went to the end and we grabbed all this and we thought we'd make our own because we were sick of going to the end to get it all. So we had our own little farm. And this is Zenny's base. It's quite a big base. It's got all sorts of stuff going on inside in there. And the power supplies on the roof. With the reactor and turbine. in the other buildings we built this barn. And the barn is full of sheep. Look, sheep in every pen, all the different colours you can get. And then I got my white sheep out here. What's that one? Oh, look, a rainbow sheep. And then you got donkeys and horses. And then I got my wheat farms, and this is my main farmhouse. And this is the lumber mill. This is my lumber. So all the different types of trees. It goes through the sawmill. This is just a sawmill to make it look like it's a sawmill. So the planks go in and they come out as, sorry, the wood goes in. The planks come out. They come off the conveyor belt and then they go into storage. So these are the stored pieces of planks. These are all the planks stored up. This is the office. Just never finished it. Oops. Pretty cool. And then I've got my wood storage, so I've got the trees. And at the side here is my forest with all the different types of trees. So then we got other buildings. So we've got stables. So I built stables here. And in the stables are horses. Look. Hello. Sounds like there's zombies in some of them. Might well be. There's horses, look. So if you look over you can see that not in all of them, there's not horses in all of them because we have to make sure that there's not too many entities in a chunk. So there's only many, so I had to really plan this out and make sure there was only so many entities in a chunk. I think it's F9, so if you look at the grid, you will see that there's roughly no more than 6 per chunk. See that? Works out pretty cool. And it's the same with the stable, so I planned it so it was exactly the same. So there's like 4, 5, 6 in an area. So it worked out. Because if I have more than 6, it can cause the server to have issues. See here. So it's all planned carefully. So if you see where the line is, there's no more than 6. There's 4. I've actually done it 8, so I have actually broke the rules a little bit there. I might get into trouble for that. I think it's 6. I might be wrong. Anyway. So that's the stables. Let's have a look at this building next to between the mansion and the stables. This is the bakery. This bakery was done by my daughter. I built the building, but she set it all up. So in here you have cookies. Where's my pie? That must be the pie. And pumpkin pie. I don't know where the pie's gone. And I've got all the ingredients for making and stuff here. If you go downstairs you actually see the factory where all the stuff's made. So we've got the cocoa beans, we've got pumpkins, sugar, eggs and sugar, and I've got production going here. At the moment it's switched off because I don't need to have it on when I've got stock, so I only turned it on when I needed it. And so this would make the sugar, and then I would have chickens in here, just sitting down here laying, and all the eggs would fall and they'd all go into this hopper. This hopper would suck in the sugar and the eggs and take it all to the storage. Then the crafters would pull it out and make it into, so it'd all go to the crafters. The crafters then make it into the pies, which was shipped up via this pipe and upstairs and into the storage upstairs. So this is a fully automated shop. So the pies would come up and cookies and everything would come up here. So that is actually a blank block. So anyway, I can show you how that's a blank block. Let me look at my inventory a second. Have I got anything? No. Oh, I might have. Yes. Energy conduit. Let's have a look at that. So I'll look at the energy conduit. Like, there you go. So you can see it was in the walls. See the pipe go through there. So you wouldn't know. Pretty cool. So you can hide things and people don't know it unless you hold things. I think I'll just show you that downstairs as well. Let's quickly do that. Yeah. No, it's hiding underneath. It's just quite deep. Oh my god, that made me jump. So the sugar's actually still going. Just doesn't do it very often. Okay, so that's the bakery. Oh, and yeah, and upstairs is the restaurant. All the tables laid out. Where's all the chairs gone? Chairs, never got around to doing chairs for some reason. Okay. So then I made a bit like a motel. So it's like a bar. I never actually finished this building, but I got the main structure done. So this is going to be the bar area. Hello. So this is going to be the bar area with a kitchen and whatnot. So I had it all planned out with the. So this is kind of a westerny kind of bar, and above you have there'd be like a balcony going across here, and these would be all the rooms that people rent out. Never got around to finishing it. It's a shame. And this was a project. This is a immersive engineering project which I did with a few of the guys. We just built it and closed it off because we didn't want zombies and skeletons and everything else attacking us. So we tried out all these new machines, and these were cool. These are cool to set up. I wonder if I can actually turn one of them on. Let me see if we can turn it on and see if it still works. Yeah, look at that. That is cool. That's a new type of power. It comes out of massive engineering, and it powers up these the capacitor that then gave us supply to go around and supply all the machines. It would have done a lot more, but this is me just testing it out to make sure it was like what it was like. This is the solar generation, I think. Can't remember. Anyway, so yeah, oh look, there's automation. Blueprints. This is pretty cool. I really was having fun with this. And then I went on to build some other buildings. So then I built this building over here. So this is my cathedral. Full-size cathedral, as big as you. So you go inside. You go into. It's like a cathedral, short church. There's an Enderman in there. House of God, and there's an Enderman in there. So there's all the seats. Here's the front of the church area. This is where the choir would be. This is the organ. There's even a balcony where more people could sit. And that was the way up. I never finished this. I was going to put bells and everything in up there, but I never got around to doing it. I've got these great ideas, I don't always finish them. I've got to try and finish them. And then Zenny started doing things. She started building a castle. So she's got the base of a castle down here. And pretty smart, pretty cool. But it's easy to run out of steam when you start big projects like that. And that's her fluid storage. Absolutely blooming huge. I just don't know what kind of fluid storage you want. I think we did it to see how big we could make it. And this is the biggest tank that I think you can make, or tallest anyway. What next? Oh, the lighthouse. So not only did we do the windmill, which actually works. Why is it not? Yeah, there it is. So that's actually producing power. and that supplies the blacksmith with power. The windmill, the lighthouse is cool. I built this just, I thought, oh, let's try and do a lighthouse because it's a lovely kind of building to do. The stairs go all the way up and up. I could have made this into a nice accommodation. Oops. I get to the top. And if you look at all these lights, off they're all dark, on they're all light, and you actually see it when you're outside. So at night time it's all lit up. So we were in the middle of making a village. Pretty cool. Doing quite a lot of it. Oh, and the last building which I never got around to making was the bank. So this was meant to be a bank. So I started it. It looks pretty cool from the front. Just never got to finish this part, as you can see. So it looks good from the front, and that's it. Nothing else. So let's show you. Is there anything else around here? Yes, that's it. This was going to be another lighthouse which was getting built by one of my colleagues, but he never got round to putting the windmill on it. It's quite a nice looking structure, to be honest. So what my plans are, I might make another village in the next version. Get some guys together and probably build a base and then get a few guys dotted around. And maybe make another proper town or something like that. Get houses built. Have a theme, I don't know, or market, town centre, square. There's lots of things you can do. Then there was two other projects. So this was my second project. This was, in fact, it was the third project. This whole thing was the third project. I'll show you my first project now. Should I find my homes? So, this was my first home. And this was the first building I built. It's a castle. A big castle. Lots of buildings. I have my tree area. This is my great mother tree. I was quite impressed with my tree, because I built that from scratch, that tree. And then I had my lake. Could actually do a bit of fishing in this lake. Why am I struggling? I did a bit of fishing in this lake in a little boat. I could go around. And then I had my stables, had my horses, some houses for my peasants, my farm. This is my farm with all the sheep and pigs and cows. And this is the area kind of, there's my the old blacksmith. This was changed an awful lot, this area was, because when I moved to the new base I kind of took a lot of the stuff with me. It's still stuff for you. It's still used by other players. This base was, I shared it. After I finished with it, I kind of opened it up to some players. Then there's my portal area. There's my portal area. So I could go to the mining world and the Nether. Yeah, pretty cool. That was my castle. Quite a big castle. And then my next project was... This is the second project and it's huge. So here we go. So we have, if I can get to it, a massive, this is Voyager, USS Enterprise, USS Voyager from Star Trek. Once the chunks load in, you'll start to get an idea of how big this ship is. Now I've actually built this ship before to this spec and completed it, and I probably will do it again one day because it is fun. But as you can see, that's as far as I got. It looks pretty cool. The shape is right. It just needs finishing off. The chunks are loading in. Did I start to do the bridge? No, I didn't do the bridge. So the bridge would have been here, right above that. So this would have been the bridge in here. It's cool. And then there's going to be one last thing. So that's the main projects I've done. But I want to show you guys one last thing. Something that me and Zenny found. So I go to Big House. Me and Zenny, Zenny found, to be honest, Zenny found it, not me. But me and Lewis and Zenny helped, because as soon as Zenny found this house, it was on fire. It just caught on fire. Let me out. See if we can get out first. Let's get downstairs, get out, have a look at it. Oh yeah, okay. These houses are super rare and hard to find, and it'd be nice to find one again and make it into an area where you have a game of hide and seek with your friends, because the building's big enough. Look at it, it's huge. Oh, Zenny, I found out something interesting about these buildings. Underneath them, they take you to a dungeon. I'm not going to show you that, not in this one. And what else did I find when I was playing this game? All these different areas. So... yeah, there's terracotta, a whole terracotta biome I found. This is huge, absolutely huge biome, just terracotta. Started mining this out to do all my buildings and stuff. Look at there's a whole area I mined out. But that's more or less it. And if I go back to factory, go back to the factory. So, as I said, this version of Dragon Industries is going to be replaced with a new version soon. I thought I'd just show it off, and so I could archive this video, just so I could remember it, remember all the stuff I'd done. Just so I kind of remember it, and also it's pretty good for me to go back to look at these to see if I can use some of these buildings in future builds. Some of the ideas, because I quite like the shape of the barn. It's pretty cool because it looks like a barn. Stables I think could be better. The sawmill's pretty good, but I don't like the shape of the building. The inside's good, I like the way I've done the inside. The farm could be more farmy, looks like just a house, but yeah, I've quite enjoyed doing this. This has been real fun. Anyway, anyone who's watching this video, do try Dragon Industries out if you're interested, because all this is what can be done. You can have an awful lot of fun doing stuff like this. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.